Till here is it fine? Alright children, here we have the back exercises of this chapter. Let's start with the multiple choice questions. See the first one. Which element sets up an area of the web page for a form? The answer is form element. Okay. Answer is form element. See the next one. Which form elements can accept input from the user? It's the input element. Okay. Which of the following code adds a text box on a form? Input type is equal to text. This one. I hope you are marking. Which of the following button is used to clear the contents and set the values of all the form elements to the initial state? It is the reset. Okay. See the next one. Question number 5. Which tag is used to define a selection list in a form? It's the select. You remember we had created some lists, so they all were created using the select. CGI here stands for Common Gateway Interface. This one. Clear? Just mark it. Which of the following are the attributes of input tag? This is the answer, value and size. Done. Which attribute of the input tag specifies that the input element should be pre-selected when the web page loads? This is checked. When you click write the check, it automatically comes selected by default. Okay. See the ninth one. The attribute of input tag specifies maximum number of characters for the input field. Maximum is max length. Which attribute of the text area tag defines the width of the text area? Well, the width is given by the cols. Cols means columns, okay? Okay, so this is the next section now. The B part, fill-ups. Let's start. The first one is a form is a collection of dash of information on a page. Its answer is fields. See, here it's written, fields. Next one, a dash allows the user to enter alphanumeric data, that is the combination of characters and numbers. It is a text box. See the third one. A dash is like a toggle switch which helps the user to select or deselect one or more than one items. What is it? It's a checkbox. Please write it down. See the fourth one. When the user has to make a selection among several possible options, dash buttons are used. We have to select only one children to remember, okay? So that is the radio button. In the fifth one, dash programs are required to process the information present in the form. Your answer is CGI. See the sixth one. Two important attributes to set up a form are dash and dash. Well, there are two important attributes of a form. They are action and method. If you've forgotten, action simply means where the form should be sent to store the information, and method is either get or post. You could be either asking for the information or you could be posting it to some other place. Okay. So action tells you where the where the form has to be stored, the data of the form has to be stored, and method indicates whether it is a get or post. Okay. Get means you're getting the data, post means you're sending the data. Okay. See the seventh one. The default value of method attribute is get. Answer is get. See the eighth one. The dash attribute of the form specifies the file or page that the form is submitted to. Where it's going, it is told by action. The ninth one. The dash attribute of the input tag specifies the initial value for the field. Answer is value. In the 10th one, the dash tag is used along with the select tag to display a list of options. Well, you start with a select tag and then you are supposed to tell the option. So the name of the tag is again option. We have done it there in the select. Next is the C part, straight true or false. A drop-down list displays the list of options from which the user can select an item. Here definitely this is true. A radio button is the toggle switch used to select or deselect one or more items. That is false because this part is done by the checkbox, not by the radio. See the third one. Forms can be classified into three sections. Yeah, definitely. So this is true. See the fourth one. The input element sets up an area for a form on the web page. It's not an area actually. This is false. Generally, we require one element to create a form in HTML. This is the fifth sum. One element to create a form? No. This is false. Sixth one, the button element creates a button control. It's false. Why? Because it is done by the input element, okay? Not by the button. The label element is used to describe the form controls. Yeah, this is true. The input tag is used to create multi-line text box. It's false. See the ninth one, the max length attribute specifies the width of the input field. It's wrong. It tells actually the number of characters that can be written in the input field. Okay. See the 10th one, the option tag is used with an input tag to display a list of options. Well, it's not like that. It is not written with the input element. Actually, it is written with the select element. Okay. See the 11th one. The rows attribute defines the height of the text area. Definitely this is true. Rows defines the height and cols, that is the columns, they define the number of characters or the width of the attribute or of the control. Check the D part, children. Answer in one word or a sentence. Let's read the first one. Which input attribute of the HTML form specifies the initial value to a field? Answer is value. You can check it out from here. It's written here. Second one. Which button is used to clear the contents of a form? It is the reset button. Okay, the reset button. Please write it down. Third one, which form control allows the user to make a selection of only one option among the several possible options? One out of many. This is radio button. Write it down. Radio button. Fourth one. Which attribute is used to pre-select checkbox? It is the checked attribute. See here, checked attribute. See the fifth one. Name the form control which acts like a toggle switch which helps the user to select or deselect more than one item. We have the checkbox. Okay, write it down, the checkbox. Then we have the sixth one. Name the attribute used to indicate that the choice in a drop-down list is pre-selected. It is the selected option. Written. See the seventh one. Which attribute of the drop-down list is used to add a scroll feature to it? How can we add a scroll feature in the drop-down list, children? By the size. If you specify less size and the number of items are more, then definitely, like suppose you say size is equal to 4 and there are 10 items, then only 4 will be displayed and rest of all will be hidden and you will get a scroll bar next to it. Alright, see the last one. Name the entity used to select multiple options from the items displayed in a list. How can you select multiple options? When you write multiple over there in the select. You remember that?